people that we do have listed on the net, at which time please identify yourself, location, and the equipment that you're using tonight to communicate with us, particularly, most importantly, the transmitters. It's the only part of your equipment that we can hear. And following that, if it goes up here, we'll have a round table, at which time people can just let it all out. What was the expression in the 60s? Let it all hang out. And just discuss whatever you want for as long as you want. Anyhow, I want to thank Skip for the yeoman work as usual from Santa Monica, trying to bring in the sheaves, I guess. Was that the biblical thing, bringing in the sheaves? I guess they were talking about sheep, but it could be the great amateur operators as well. Anyhow, let's start that out with Skip, K6LGL. Go ahead, Skip.
Well, thank you very much, George. Uncle George. WA68CX and Santa Ynez. K6LGL, Skip in Santa Monica. Ready to be. Sorry that we couldn't hear from Sharon and Wayne. I don't know what happened there, but thanks for filling in.
Yeah, that'll make it.
I know it's important to keep the net going. The same old stuff here. Also making some progress. I got hold of bias transformers and they need to repair. With, 12 secondary and 110 or 150 volt primary, and then we'll reverse it. And that'll help. So,
well, sometimes it gets cold.
Now available, so we'll see what we can do with it.
Electronic code.
And order on that. Order from Benton Harbor. But I reluctantly call my plate modulated suitcase light metal compared to heavy metal. 100 to 110 watts output into a homebrew dipole antenna. At least that's up in the air, no longer one leg lying on the roof, so that helps. And then receiving on a double antenna. It's really good. With a good spectral display. But it allows me to hear the signal direct quite well. Probably as good as I would if I was using SDR remote. So that's the story here. K6 little green light. My AMI number is 1326. 13 and 213, so it's easy to remember. So George, thanks for stepping in. I hope that Sharon and Wayne are okay. And glad to hear that KW1NG line with evidently not start a trip that he's looking after his wife does. So perhaps as others have more up-to-date information. So, back to you, George. Thank you for doing the net, and good evening to all. By the way, again, my AMI number is 13.
Oh, I think you did good.
Nothing to trade us so often. Probably will not be around to the round table. K6CX and the Westwood K6 little green light.
I went in there yesterday.
Okay, Skip, very good. Nice coffee tonight, by the way, from Santa Monica. The conditions are good. Anyhow, thank you for bringing the group together tonight, as usual. Okay, next up, KK6IRZ. Jeff, your turn. Go ahead.
There's soaking right now. No building. Open the grill. It melted.
Wow. I tripped the breaker. Hold on a second. Yeah, I must have caught it right on the curve there or something. The minute I pressed the old pedal, she just went But luckily the breaker is within arm's reach, and the beasts don't care. Good evening, everybody. WA6HCX, thanks for doing the net. Of course, George and Skip, K6LGL, thanks for doing the early. You know, early on, when at 7 o'clock or so, the band was really good, actually. Signals were quite banging. And it seems like things have started spreading out a little bit as the night has gone on, but still, very good, consistent signals between everybody that's in here. Not a big, giant group, but that's okay. I'm running the homebrew rig, which is a single 5500. Modulated by a pair of 813s triode connected. I call it the Irving DJS 750. First one into a Johnson kilowatt matchbox, which goes to open wire line, and then the square root antenna, which is basically a 128-foot dipole, but in a configuration on one leg being a big check mark, and the other leg being a flat top, and creating the square root symbol and being fed in the middle. Just the little electric condenser microphonium cheapo thing, maybe a little bit of touch of enhancement on it, but hopefully keeping it fairly smooth and natural. And my AMI number is 1809. I'm receiving on a R388 tonight, actually, so that's chugging away here and doing its thing. I do have one want. If somebody knows a good, inexpensive outlet for getting something printed that is a round object, about 1.5 inches in diameter, and I have to get things printed all the way around it for about a 10-inch length. I find all kinds of printers, but people that don't necessarily do round objects. They'll do transfers and things like that, but I'm really looking for somebody who can do a really clean print. I'm trying to reproduce the frequency barrel for the Heathkit Apache because mine is busted. So I found the perfect tube for a replacement, frosted, looks almost identical to the original with both external and internal diameters. So I just need to find a place that can do a nice job printing onto that material. So if anybody knows anything about that, they can send me some info by email at jeff@kk6irz.net, jeff@kk6irz.net. And I'll listen through and perhaps be for the round table if anybody else is hanging around. So we'll see how that goes. And yeah, looking forward to tomorrow, going over there and seeing if we can't give Wayne a hand. Actually, it's really Wayne who's he just needs extra hands. And also, it's not good for him to be working on that stuff by himself. So that's really the main purposes. But we're going to go down, we'll see what we can find out, and hopefully that will get them back on and chugging away. That's the goal for tomorrow, so we'll see how that works out. WA6 HCX, back over to you, George, again. Thanks for doing the net, and Kit, thanks for doing the early. And nice hearing everybody else. KK6IRZ.
Okay, Jeff, very good. Nice signal, as usual. And very good. Everybody heard your, I think everybody copied your request there. If anybody can help out Jeff, please contact Jeff. At this point, let's put out another call for anyone that may have been patiently waiting to check in. Please come now. W6YEC.
E6, DBX, just finished with dinner.
Okay, Jeff, got you. Next up, Phil, N6WHK. Go ahead, Phil.
Did you give me George W6YEC?
Can you pick up George, W6YEC?
Got you, George.
Okay, I'll pick it up then. Good deal there, George. Anyway, N6WHK, I'm on my normal equipment tonight. Johnson Viking Ranger, Hammerlin, L4B, about 200 watts. Johnson small matchbox, B104 mic, and the SB610 to keep an eye on everything. So there you go on that. Full wave loop, this frequency. And AMI is 1661. Everybody is very, very nice tonight. No problem copying anybody. Everybody is really, really loud. I don't have a heck of a lot for the net, so I'm going to turn it back to net control. WA6, HCX, November 6, Whiskey Hotel Kilo.
Okay, Phil, very good. Very nice signal tonight, by the way. Coming through nicely. And your pattern on the scope looks very nice as well. Okay, next up, Vaughn. P6ZTA. Go ahead, Vaughn.
Okay, thank you, George. Yeah, hope we're making it here okay. WA6HCX K6ZTA. Handle is Vaughn, Victor Oscar November in Woodland Hills. And the AMI number is 1757. We're running the Viking 2. 100 watts of carrier, SX96 receiver, for microphone, inverted V at 55 feet for the antenna. So yeah, signals are, there's still QSB, but, and there certainly is the Southern Moss, but pretty good all-around signals. And San Diego's coming in, Fallbrook is coming in. Like Art, you're nice and strong here in Woodland Hills. And let's see what else. Oh yeah, and Larry is always strong, and so are you, Jeff. Of course. With your Bourbon Street special. Okay. With that, I'm going to say no on the round table, and nothing to buy, so we'll turn it back over to you, George, and you can pass it on to the next soul. All right. WA6HCX K6ZTA.
Okay, very good, Vaughn. Pass it on to the next soul. I don't know how to do that. I don't have a minister's license or anything like that. So all I can do is pass it on to one of our great AM operators here. That's the best I can do. Anyhow, by the way, Vaughn, that Viking 2 sounding great tonight. Really sounding great. Okay, next up, go ahead.
Okay, thank you, George. WA6HCX, KD6VWX, on here in Joshua Tree, and tonight I'm running 150 watts per to the clutch Great watt meter.
No wonder I
SA-2040 deep kit antenna tuner.
Well, when I came up, I was
to
at
the
65.
in-bed long wire, about 25 feet, about 5/8 wave length on this frequency, and a quarter wave counterpoise off the shield. AMI number 1671.
Did you get my
On the
email?
swap of the round table.
Yeah, that's that
And
man.
thank you for taking the
I don't have a moral compass. That's what I figured. That's what I figured. That's the other old man that you've been talking with or whatever. He sounds like he's in a place he doesn't really want to be. And he's a good old boy, too. He really is. You know,
Thank you, Skip, for your new one. With
he's in a
that,
bad spot. He's a good guy.
George,
You know,
back to you. WA6HDX, KD6, EWS, Josh McCree.
Okay, Ron. Again, coming through very nicely tonight. We have a good night. A good night for AM radio on 75 meters. Signal beautiful, and Q5 copy. Just fantastic. Okay, next up I have WA6 ITV. Don't have the name. No. Go ahead.
not me. I don't hang with them kind.
I'm running a...
Well, here it is. I'd like to keep you publicly admonished and possibly banned for a period of time.
the motor magazine.
Oh yeah, I read that. Ain't that something? I'm going to be publicly admonished. Publicly admonished. Oh my goodness. Anything like polished or... No, it should be something else. No, publicly admonished. Like getting a Oscar and all or something. Now this is on a 2-meter net? No, it's on an HF net, believe it or not. Oh, really? Yeah, he used to play his game on the repeater, and we got a fusion repeater, and he was hearing everybody on the fusion repeater in fusion, and it showed his call sign, and he got mad because we figured out it was him because his call sign came up, because we switched over to fusion. And this guy's been a handful, 15 years ago. Anyway, he just discovered
Signal began to drop out a little bit. Copy most of that. Very good. Okay, next up in a N7R, Don. Your turn. Go ahead.
And this is Will.
I don't think he's there.
Oh, okay.
George K6LGL.
Yes, Skip.
Okay, so this guy getting off call at 6 in the morning or 6 o'clock or both? Well, give me those photos.
Don, are you out there? Make a transmission.
I think it was wishful thinking.
What was that?
Oh, WA6IPD. Not WA6IPD. NS7R. I don't think he was ever really there. But there was some thought that maybe he was, and We're giving him the opportunity to be present if he is, but I don't think he's there. Over.
Okay, very good. Hey, by the way, I missed Steve. Let me interject this. Steve, KF6SYD, please take a turn.
All right, George. Yeah, I don't mind being left out, but thanks for looking back and picking me up. I would just waited around for the round table. Very, very good, George. Oh, you're doing so good. Thank you so much for doing this tonight, 2 weeks in a row. And you know, if you'd rather not any time like this, you know, just say the word and I'll fill in. And then and Jeff, KK6IRZ, he also offered to fill in. I think he'd be a very decent host for the net sometime if we were running short as we often do. Good signals tonight, KF6SYD, Stephen Long Beach, AMI 1708, and the transmitter is a CCA AM1000D retired broadcast rig. Inverted V at 70 feet, AKG microphone going through equalizer and a Schlockwood 200 low power AM broadcast audio processor that keeps me from being 40 kcs wide like I used to always be before I got this thing. Art, WA6IPD, so good to hear you. And I forgot your name, doggone, I'm sorry. I looked you up on QRZ because I couldn't place you. It's been a while. And there's that sharp, good picture of you standing there with the sunglasses on. I always, every time I look at your QRZ page, I look at that picture. I go, look at this guy. You really look good in that picture. I'm glad you got it on your QRZ page along with the other one in front of that nice airplane there way back in the day. So good to hear you back. And the FTDX101 sounds good on AM. And I'm so glad you're getting a chance to talk all over the world with that. That's neat. So thanks for coming back and saying hi. What's going on around here? Not much. Not much. We'll go with Jeff tomorrow to go see Wayne and Sharon and see what we can fix over there, or help Wayne fix. Maybe Wayne will fix it. We'll just kind of stand around and watch him do his thing. We'll see what happens. But that's always a lot of fun, getting together with Wayne and Sharon and Jeff. Looking forward to doing that tomorrow. And there was something else, but I can't remember what else I was going to say. But that's okay. Nothing too much going on around here. I will stick around for the round table, and we'll see what happens with that. Good band tonight. Enjoy hearing everyone. So WA68CX, and back over to you, KF6SYD.
Steve, you have nothing to apologize for. When you talk about the quality of your signal, you have a signal every bit as good in quality, if not better, than most of the broadcast transmitters in the LA basin. That's a fact. That's a fact. Just so pleasant, so incredibly pleasant to hear that transmitter. And of course, your melodious voice. What does that mean, melodious? Well, it should have been a on TV singing your songs and becoming very famous and very rich. Okay. If that happened, you would never get to know you, Steve. Forget it. Just as the New Yorkers say, forget it. Forget it. Anyhow, got you down. Jeff, so you did
Well, good evening, George and Annette, WB6ZBX. This is Jeff in the wild southeast of Fresno. Call is 30K4, circa about 1948. nice big transmitter with a pretty small tube in it. It's got a 4-125 in the PA behind a nice glass window. And this particular one has a pair of 100 THs in the modulator, so it's about 350 watt carrier. It's Art Deco type styling. I kind of like it. Listening on a 75 watt power. The antenna's it's a multi-element fan array up about 50 feet. Yeah, not too much new here, except just been enjoying the cool weather. It's very nice. Went up to Sequoia Park yesterday and went on a nice long hike. Hadn't done that for a while, so just got done having dinner and just thought I'd jump in here and say hello to everybody. That's the news from Lake Wobegon. WA68CX in the group, WB6ZBX.
Okay, and Muddy Page, you're going to have to fill us in on what happened to all the ministers on the raft on the lake. I need to hear the end of that story, Jeff. By the way, the strongest signal I've heard tonight, just at 36K4. Beautiful, beautiful AM quality signal on that transmitter. Fantastic. Okay, next up, George, W6YEC. Tell us what's happening in Lemon Grove today.
Thank you very much for picking us up. W6YEC, Lemon Grove, as you said. Down here this evening, a little later than usual. I'm going to have a viewing tonight, so that runs over the anyway, we're working on a tuner here and got it online for the first time tonight, and to make a quick adjustment. And I might be getting a little off on the amplifier. Hold on a second. Let me clean this up just a hair. And get a little more. I hope it's okay. Anyway, I didn't have a chance to clean this thing up before getting on here tonight. So thanks for taking the net, George. And I want to call also Howard Art. I've been thinking about you, Art. Haven't heard you for a long time. Wondered how you were doing. Trying on a new Yahoo. We've got a number of friends that and we seem to enjoy it. And it's pretty fancy. Are they coming in over there? Compared to all that vintage here. Anyway, nice to have you on there tonight. Anyway, running a normal setup here tonight with the Viking Ranger 2 driving a Chisel Baker 220 amplifier for about 325 watts. And we just restored a NSJ 986 tuner. So I put it online this afternoon just to see how it might perform. Anyway, it looks like we're pretty close. Got a few adjustments to the meters right. But we'll do that tomorrow maybe. Anyway, and then the normal full-wave roof up about 40 feet with open feed line, homemade line going up the wall there, up the near the tower, up to the feed point of the antenna. And this thing on the Hammerland HQ110 Alpha, everybody's sounding nice tonight. All West East Coast activity, but the West Coast is blasting through with AM. Beautiful audio from everybody. Thanks, George. I appreciate it. AMI 1197, and we're not going to be around for a round table or anything, so everybody have a good evening. We'll catch you next time around. Back to you, WA68CF, W6YEC, Lemon Grove.
Okay, George, nice signal from Lemon Grove tonight. Nice signal. Okay, let's put on another call for anyone who wishes to join the AMI net. Please come down. Okay, JKN, nice to get
Okay, George, good to hear you. Good signal. Excuse me. Yeah, this is probably the first time I've been spot checking it over the past several months. where the band is actually open. There's no doubling and all that kind of stuff. So, boy, it was a real pleasure tonight. Boy, I started listening. I thought, I better stick in here and check in. Matter of fact, I got to share something with you. At one point, you took a fade when the, I guess the F1 layer and F2 layer were racing up. They were racing towards each other, and you took a fade, but you came right back. But well, the reason I'm bringing it up, George, is because it's the first time I heard Skip. I have a louder signal than you, but it didn't last long. It was simply for like one transmission. So Skip, the propagation gods were kind of in your favor tonight. Boy, you got a beautiful signal. And of course, Jeff, KK6IRZ, and Larry, during the check-in, he had a big signal. Matter of fact, I think he might have been skipped, George. I'm not sure. Might check your list. KN6IYC. Larry, I'm not sure, because I wasn't in here the whole time. He may have made a transmission. It was just before Steve. I think he was supposed to get it just before Steve. Maybe Steve didn't hear him either. But anyway, all is well here. Been busy finishing up the home improvements. We got a couple of baby showers coming up back to back, so that's going to be two big parties we're looking to. We're heading back out to Texas, and so we got a lot of things going on here. So working on a radio. Won't get into the details of that, but it's always fun to go back to your roots and work on some radio equipment, keep it running, you know. Oh, Jeff, not the IRZ Jeff, but the other Jeff. And I don't remember his call right now. It was ZNBX. It just popped into my mind. You were so loud. Like KGO, 50,000 watts. So clear, I can actually hear a hum. Low-level hum on your audio. But your audio is just fabulous otherwise, so I wanted to pass that on to you. All right, back to you, George, and thank you for running the net and Skip running the earlies. That kind of happened during my dinner time, but I know you do the earlies. If it was something else, my apologies. WA6. Uh-oh, I'm forgetting your call, George. Oh, I do apologize for that. It's going to happen as soon as you identify. It'll pop back into my brain. Gosh darn it. I hate when that happens. But George, you know who you are better than I do. Take it away. WA6 Jacks, Kings and Nines. Kevin and Gilroy, the garlic capital of the world.
Yeah, I understand that. Hey. You know, the problem is, if you have too much garlic, and I suspect you've been subject to that over the years, a little bit too much garlic, then you have spotty memory. You understand, the Italians are that way. They use a lot of garlic, and sometimes their memory slips. Anyhow, yeah, I do. I write it down on my notebook here, my own call sign, so I don't forget it. Anyhow, sounding very nice from Gilroy tonight. Okay, anyone else we may have missed, please come now.
Yeah, Larry's in there now.
George, did you hear Larry, KN6IYC, trying to get in there?
IYZ, yeah. If you're out there, come in. Come now.
Welcome to it. That was pretty darn loud. Guys, and someone was broadcasting. There's no idea. No doubt. You're all recorded.
send it to you. This is what it sounds like. Okay, yeah, that's perfect. Yeah, I think that's fine. Yeah, 1,400.
Into a good view at about 25 feet. On the shop or go on the round table.
Okay, very good. That's a Ranger. Very good. Amazing, in fact.
Amazing, in fact.
For a Ranger. Okay. And what else we made there? Please come now. Hearing nothing. Let's close the net for tonight. And open up the round table. I have you two, Jeff, IRZ, and Steve, SYD. Anyone else want to join the round table? Just jump in. Otherwise, why don't you pick it up, Jeff? Okay, 6IRZ. Go ahead, Jeff.
Okay, very good. Excellent, George. WA6HCX with the Wednesday night AMI group. This is KK6IRZ. Thanks for doing the net, George. And Skip, thanks for doing the earlies as always. Yes, smaller group tonight, but that's okay. Signals were outstanding all the way through the net. I thought Larry was on the list, so that must have just been inadvertent, because I'm pretty sure he was definitely on the list in the beginning there. So, but yeah, great signals all the way around. It's been a pleasure listening to everybody going on, and yeah, I'll see you in the morning there, Steve, I guess, and we'll do our thing. I'm just going to do a one and done, I think, on this one though, because the wife is home and I am going out tomorrow, so I have to get my early in bed relaxation. That's right. Got to be in bed early tonight so I can get up in the morning and be bright-eyed and bushy-tailed, I guess it is, when we get over to Wayne's place there. And I'm going to bring my laptop with the 820D manual in it. And we're just going to check a couple, you know, kind of preliminary things and see what pops out at us. But I suspect it's going to show its ugly head pretty quickly as we start looking at things. So I'm not too worried about it. But you never know. You never know. We'll just have to wait and see. But I'm looking forward to it. And it'll be good to see them anyway. I haven't been down there in quite a while. I've been so busy here at the house, so I haven't. Wow, yeah, it's been quite a while since I've been over to say hi. So it'll be good. It'll be good to see him. And yeah, your rig is sounding good. Sorry to hear that you're having to deal with the car thing.
Oh, no.
Yeah, so, you know, I find that I can take any Vita car I want. I go pay my $200 and I get my pass the smog emission test, you know, done very quickly. All done with, you know, like 5 minutes. But, you know, I have to always go to my guide. KF6SYD.
They're going to cover you.
I guess it's just you and I, unless somebody else jumps in. But like I say, I'm going to do a one and done anyway here. But I'll listen to KF6SYD, over to you, Steve. KK6IRZ.
Okay, Jeff. KF6SYD. Oh, I was thinking the $200, that's all cars pass at the places that charge $200. I used to have one of those, but I've lost touch with them. I do it legit now, but boy, the problem I was working on when you and I talked on the phone, I got it. I diagnosed it. It was a confirmed kill. The bad part was 100% identified with absolute certainty. I went to the dealer and I got a new one, and it works beautiful. I know the codes all went away. It functioned just like it's supposed to. So that part that, you know, when you and I talked, that I was not, my attitude wasn't really very positive. That worked out great. And the other thing I had to do was an emissions vapor recovery problem that I don't know if I fixed it. I threw a part at it, but I've got this smoke generator. It's a little machine, and you put this oil in it, and it generates smoke, and it comes out through the end of this hose, a little nozzle on it, and you hook it up to some part of the car. I hooked it up to the vent of the charcoal canister that's part of the vapor recovery system, and injected smoke into the whole vapor recovery system of the car. That took the gas cap off, and smoke started coming out of there. So Julie and we crawled all around the car and under the car looking for any place where smoke was escaping to find the leak that the car says it has, and according to the code that it throws. And Julie can always find the smoke, or she can smell it. She can smell that oil coming out, and I'll look, and no, there's nothing. No smoke coming out anywhere. So I threw that one part at it and buttoned it all back up, and it's happy. The car's happy, but you know, I need to drive it more miles. The smog guy said, you know, you've only driven it 60 miles since you unhooked the battery. I unhooked the battery because I was working on it, and it needs to be driven 160 miles before this computer will let us okay it. So the trip down to Wayne and Sharon's house and back here will be, it won't be quite another 100 miles, but I can do a few laps around whatever and try it again on Friday. Hopefully by then I can be past this nightmare of car repair that I've been doing for the last few days. But that, in lieu of anything else going on around here, that's all I got to really. I don't have anything else going on to talk about. George, you're still with us. I'll give it over to you when I'm done, and you're sounding just marvelous tonight. That rig of yours is just putting. I wonder which one you used. I don't think you used the KW1 tonight. I think you used the regular, the big Collins that you got from Mike. You sounded like you were on that rig, and I'm wondering how the receiving. I know last week you were having trouble hearing folks. You had some a really hard time receiving. You knew there was something wrong. You couldn't even hardly hear Jeff too good. There was really something wrong, and I'm wondering if you were able to get some time in to work on that, and if you were able to discover anything and fix it at your end. But it's so good to, when you do run the net, I really enjoy it so much. It's a bonus to hear you twice in 1 month. Yeah, Jeff, looking forward to tomorrow, and maybe we'll have a quick time discovering the problem and fixing it. Wouldn't that be nice? Of course, it never kind of works out that way. But, well, you know, you never know. It can't be hard every time you go out. We're bound to hit it lucky once. Maybe tomorrow will be our day. I think I'll bow up pretty soon, too, because, you know, like Jeff, we'll get up early, and I got to see Julie off. Julie and Valerie are going down to Escondido tomorrow to see Julie's mom. We'll get up and check her car out, and make sure it's fit, and get them off, and then I'll jump in mine and head down Wayne and Sharon. That ought to be we'll kill two birds with one stone tomorrow, the family will, as far as visiting and going places. WA6HCX in the round table. Over to you, and anyone else wants to jump in, give George a call. KF6SYD.